Hey guys, I'm just powder coating now. These are 1/32 ounce heads I'm doing. Yeah, these are pink. Pink, 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 pink. How's everybody doing? There we go. These will probably get tied up this morning. We'll probably get these tied up this morning. Hey, Allie, how's it going there? There we go. I missed a spot that I had to clean off. These are for fishing lures. And we have somebody here. Got her truck outside. I guess not. Okay. Back to work. I heard like a large truck. I didn't know if they were on our driveway or not. These here are 1 32nd ounce. Oh, thank you guys for joining in. We're going to be in Pryor, Oklahoma on the 13th through the 16th for a tackle show. And then on March 15th, I'll be tying up jigs at the Shields All Sports in Tulsa. If anybody lives out that way. These will be going into the oven here pretty soon. These are all pink. How's it going there, Tim? Do I always tilt? Yeah, I tilt them so I don't get any paint in the eyes. I don't want any paint in the eyes. That way I don't have to spend time cleaning the eyelets out. Time is money. Yeah, it's easier. That way I don't have to spend time cleaning out the eyelets. I mean, sometimes I do get the eyes filled up, but hang on. Do I need black? Yeah, sometimes I do, like on the dark colors, like the black, because it's hard to see on the inside. Um, like here, I'm gonna get ready to do black. It's hard to look inside the black. That one's easy to see. You can see that you're not going to get paint on the eyelets. The black, it's hard to see because it's just black all the way around there, you know. I do have another light. I don't even think I have it plugged in yet, or in. No, I don't have it plugged in. I can only run so many things here in the shop. But yeah, I started doing that, oh golly, about, I'd say almost 10 years ago. We used to just dip it straight down into the cup, and I just got tired of cleaning out the eyes, and I thought, what if I tip it over sideways a little bit? And that seemed to be it, you know. You do get a little paint on the shaft, but, you know, again, when you're having to make up a lot of lures, and in my case, I make between 100 to 500 a day, you know, I don't want to spend a bunch of time trying to clean out the eyes. But it's a good question. I just sometimes elaborate because you get new people in here all the time, and they're like, what's he doing there? I tried clamping on the eye with pliers, but yeah. Oh yeah, and then you end up with pliers with paint all on them. Sometimes that happens. I remember, you know, trying to do a paper clip thing where you put the paper clip through the eyelet and you dip it down, and I thought, man, it's just too much work. There has to be an easier way. And then I used to put shrink wrap or tubing on them too. I only use the shrink tubing for when I have to do underspins, and I don't want the paint to get on the swivel there. That's the only time I ever use the shrink tubing, and that works pretty good. Hey, John. Hi again. Yeah, it's a heat shrink tape, or it's a shrink tubing. I cut it down to size. I got a couple of different sizes because I do a bunch of other stuff too. Sometimes I'll make dragon weights too, or dragging sinkers for catfish. I don't try to sell those. Those are just for me. I found a pack of big heads, and the eyelets are filled. Yeah, it's hard to get loose. Yeah, it's a booger trying to paint, clear out all the eyes. Now we got tools in here that will help out, that we used to use. I used to use this, and we put the eye down or the head down and kind of punch through the hole. And so, a couple years back, I say a couple, about 5 years ago, I started investing in these. So I have these pretty much on all the stations. They help clean out the eyes pretty good. But you get like that, you don't get any paint on them. Sometimes I do with this one here because it's a dark color. I filled a deck screw down to the size of the opening. Oh yeah, I'm sure people out there are trying to poke them out with another hook. That's how what I used to do. When I'd go fishing and I wasn't making lures at the time, I'd be poking my fingers and everything with hooks. So we try to make sure that all the jigs that go out don't have any paint in the eyelets. It's a bugger when you're out there and it's freezing cold and you open up a pack of jigs and there's paint all in the eyelets. So I learned that as a customer, and so we try to make sure every jig that goes out doesn't have paint in the eyes. Hey, lockdown. Hey, Marlon, how's it going? Yeah. These will be going into the oven here pretty soon. These blackheads will be for the blackout, the midnight, the mongoose. I can't think of any more that have a blackhead. Okay, we're going to switch colors up again. Well, I got to do some silver. It's a toaster oven. It's kind of like a big pizza toaster oven. It's not like a little one. It'll do, if I was cooking pizza, I could cook like a 12-inch pizza in there. No, I haven't seen it. No, not the Nova powder. I haven't seen it. Is it kind of like the Stardust powder coat? Stardust is okay. It's just on these little lures like this, you got to heat up the head quite a bit to get the powder coat on it. I have some of the Stardust paint. They had sent me some a while back, but I'm like, I just can't use it for these little jigs. You got to get the head really hot, and I don't want to melt the lead on the head. So I think that Stardust would work great for bass lures and stuff. Well, hang on there. Is that Remington? Yeah, I'll pin it up there in just a second. Thank you there, Remington. Yeah, Stardust looks like this. It's good stuff. I just can't use it because it takes a lot more heat than what, like that's the green pumpkin green right there. And it's kind of like, oh, how do I say? It's more like a dust rather than powder. I have that, and then I have another color up here. They do make like chartreuse, and they didn't have those colors back when we were talking to them. But that stuff's kind of like like the gator liner that people would put in the back of their trucks. That's what that kind of stuff is made out of. But yeah, once you put it on there, it stays on there. But the thing about it, you got to get it so hot on these little jigs, like a 32nd ounce. It's hard to powder coat them because you're going to end up, messing up the hook and with the temperance. And but that stuff stays on there. I mean, it'll never come off. Oh, did some sunset and purple color, and then no good. Oh, it's being delayed. Oh, wow. Yeah. I don't know. What size package was it? Or the, the little cup or whatever. It was like a 1.5 ounce, 2 ounce cup. Hey, Rudy. A 2 ounce cup, yeah. Also ordered another do it mold. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. How much was their mold over there? I bet the mold was probably $50 or $55. Sometimes you can still find molds that are in the 40s. They're hard to find though. Okay, let's get these in the oven here. Get both my timers going. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go grab my coffee. $58, yeah. They're hard to find, It's hard to get molds in when I first started tying, some of the molds, the do-it molds were like $35, but now they've gone up quite a bit. I looked at Fat Guys, couldn't see paying. Yeah, Fat Guys is pretty expensive. I'm using the ProTech powder coat. Yep. I'm using ProTech. My name is Ruben. Okay, these are going to be with a sickle hook now. We're going to be doing the jig heads with the bait keeper. These are 1/8 ounce. We're going to be taking a bunch of jig heads to the show with bait keepers. Yeah, that's a 1/8 ounce. These are silver. ProTech powder coat. ProTech. I like those hooks. Yeah, these are the sickle hooks. These are just the number one for a 1/8 ounce. I know there's going to be a lot of people, plastic companies there, and so Oh, I know not everybody fishes with hand-tied lures. I've been using those hooks to tie with, yeah. Oh, yeah, you have, yeah. Powder coat is hard to take off a motorcycle car. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, these are mustads. Uh-huh. These will come, I think, 5 to a pack on these, if I'm correct. I know the 1/16 come 5 to a pack, too. Comes off easily when it's rocks unless, yeah. Yeah. Run them lights up. Yep, run them up. We got 6 lights in here. But we're doing pretty good. We are not empty on any, the 32nd, 16th, and 8th. We got plenty of them in stock. And I'm just filling in the gaps and getting some of these other stuff done. Some of these other projects done. That way we have some for the show. I'll make a bunch of these. These are like easy sellers. They'll sell pretty easy and fast. And all I got to do is pour them and clean them and paint them, and they're ready to go. We do have a website, RubenFloresJigs.com. We got a link in, down below and also in the bio. Yeah, we're going to go to red now. We did a bunch of these yesterday with bait keepers. These have a number 2 hook in these. So those are a round hook there. Yes, I'm using a clear powder coat on the top. It makes it shinier and smoother, and it adds a little extra layer of protection on there too. Keeps the paint on there longer. Now on the other base colors, I don't use a clear coat, just on the disco. These will get baked up, and then we'll package them and put a label on them. Put a label on the back. We're trying to get all our stuff barcoded. That way it's easier at checkout, and then that way stores like Shields and Tackle Bandit and Nabatac, they can just scan it in, and to those stores they use barcodes. So we're trying to do things to help accommodate them. Does it do better than liquid? Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah, some people put the liquid coating. Liquid coating is great, especially if the diamond coating. But the clear powder coat will work out. It'll work good. Again, we're not making a Mercedes-Benz, or a pickup or anything. But, for the price that they pay for these, it's sufficient enough. It'll take a couple of dings, on concrete and metal roofs and stuff. The liquid stuff, you got to be careful with the liquid clear coats, because if you get the right heat and the right humidity, that stuff will start breaking down, and you'll have jig heads that are real tacky to the touch. So it does make a difference on what liquid clear coat you put on there. The liquid clear coat, again, sometimes it'll start getting sticky on you if you're using them in the heat. And again, you got to have the right mixture of heat and humidity. It'll start breaking down, and you'll start having jig heads that are all sticking to each other, and that's never any good. These are disco red here. Do one more row, and then we're going to do some 1/16 ounce regular pill heads. We're getting a lot of stuff done. Not enough stuff done, but we're getting a lot done. Sometimes they get real edgy, and I don't know. I want to have like tons of product, but I know that I can only do so much a day, and but we should have plenty of product for the tackle show coming up. Which way is better, hanging on the rack, using two pieces of the angle put together to back and stand them up, hooked down? I like using the rack. That's all I like using. Some people will use the other racks where you stand them up like that, but not me. I mean, this is what I have. It does a whole lot easier. I'm not having to, how they say, I got the other racks. The other racks are okay. There's just, where do I have them at? I think they're on the microwave. And they do okay. They're just too hard to be putting in. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. The racks that you slide them in where the head's sticking up like that. There's too much maneuvering you got to do. Here you just hang them up, and I don't ever worry about having cone heads or anything. So I know that's a big concern for some people, but if you're getting cone heads, you're probably getting your head too hot, and you're putting too much powder coat on it. That's what happens when you get the head too hot. These here they won't cone up. Let's see if I got, yeah, here are the other racks. Yeah, I do have racks like these. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Put them in there like that. That's just too much work because you're having to dip the head and then you're having to reposition them in there. We tried that a while. I mean, imagine if you're dipping them, that may be better, but in our case, it didn't work for us. And again, whatever you use and whatever works for you is the best. You know, everybody has different ways to do things. Everybody does things differently. Order up. I've seen some cone heads, LOL. Yeah. I remember going to elementary school. You'd see some cone heads in there too. Oh man. It's just too hard to do all the maneuvering from getting them, and you're dipping them in there, and then you have to put them up on those hooks. Now, if you're in some cases, I've seen where, how do I say? Some of these large factories that produce them, they hang them up on these racks, and they're powder coating, 200 to 1,000 at a time, and they're kind of running through an assembly line. If I had something like that, that would be awesome, but I don't. And that's why when you get overseas, you get all these, these lures overseas. You get a lot of them that have paint all on the eyelets because they're basically running them, hanging them up, and they're going through an assembly line, and they're being heated up, whether it be electrostatically or heat, and then they're taking them all down through an assembly line and powder coating them like, again, they're doing 1,000 hooks a minute, but you get their jig heads in and they got powder coat all over the eyes. And so, anyway, let's go to this here. We're going to do some of the Mad Shads. I'd love to have a factory like that, but I would try to find some way to get all the, to not have powder coating on the eyes. Okay, these are 1/16 ounce. These are going to be the mad shads. So I'm dipping them in the black, and then I'm sprinkling the white on there. And then that's how I get my two-tone. I'm gonna get the camera focused down here. That way you guys get to see this part. I had someone ask me if I wanted to electrostatic dip them, or not dip them, but basically hang them up on a rack, and you're basically hooking electricity up to it to where you get this charge on there, and all you got to do is use an airbrush to apply your powder coat, but I don't have a facility big enough to do that. I used to have friends that had was it ProTech? Well, not ProTech, PowerTech, I think. They did jig heads. That's all they did was make jig heads. They would do that, and we just didn't have a big enough facility to do that. And that does go by a lot faster. Maybe one day, if we ever get big enough and we get a big enough building, we could do that. But it goes on there fast. It's not the best paint in the world, the application, because you get like a super thin layer of powder coat. But they work pretty good. I mean, it's what I do. It'll, the paint will last a while. These are for the Mad Shads. This is our third most popular color on our website this last year. It's basically a black, white, and silver jig, and it works really good. Nice color there. We've had the Mad Shad for years, and this last year it moved up into the top 5. It actually got into number 3. Our Slick Trick is our number 2 best-selling lure. That surprised me there too, because the year before it was like number 7 or 8. Hey, Mr. Rudy. Yeah, this is a 1/16 ounce, and this is for hand-tied lure. We do one more row, and we're going to get the ones out of the oven. I don't have any more jig heads, I don't think, that we could paint that are ready. Unless you guys want to see me clean heads. We also do one with the black and yellow, and that one's for the bumblebee. That one's a pretty color too. I think we're supposed to get up into the 60s today. It'll be nice and a lot warmer. Okay, let's get the other rack out of the oven. Get this one in there. Okay, let's get these out. A lot of these will get tied up today. I'm kind of focusing on the 32nd ounce. Around here, a lot of people are going to smaller baits. So it's a lot of 16ths and 32nds. Okay, let's get the pink ones out. Okay, and that's going to be it for this segment. I'm gonna take a little break, and I'll see you guys here a little bit later on. Thank you guys for watching. We've been on here for 1 hour right now. It just went to 1 hour. So we'll see you guys here in a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day.